248-539-9797. So, Mike, as we get into, sort of the crunch time here for the Michigan football coaching search, maybe it's not crunch time. They've gotten to the point where they appear to be vetting candidates and trying to see who they're going to offer this job to. I don't have this from any insider, okay? I don't have this. I'm not sharing any war secrets. Mm-hmm. My sense tells me.
Your hunches?
My hunch on this. And we have rules on this show. If we call something a hunch, we really don't have to back it up.
Okay.
It's a license to just sort of say whatever, understanding that that's what we're doing. This feels like a logical guess. If Kalen DeBoer loses and Alabama lose Friday night, I think he shoots to the top of the list and could be the head coach by Sunday. Could be. Okay?
Yeah.
Logical guess. I think the Bama people don't like the idea of somebody taking their coach, and I understand it.
But if they lose, they don't like the idea of him.
No.
A lot of them.
Yeah. I think a lot. I mean,
is that fans or donor? Fans are.
I don't know. I mean, I'm reading from afar, which isn't fair because the way things get portrayed on social media, I often think about how things get portrayed with us and our teams and our towns and how people think about us otherwise based upon their social media reads. So it's totally not fair. But I think Kalen DeBoer and Bama feels to me as an outsider like a weird fit. So there's the escape hatch for everybody involved. If Alabama wins, I'm not sure Michigan wants to wait around to offer him the job after their next game, which would be January 1st, because the portal opens on the 2nd, but they might ride it out that far if they have a strong indication that Kalen DeBoer would take it. Mm-hmm. Kenny Dillingham seems to have emerged as a strong number 2. But I got to tell you, I know some people are down on this guy because of his age. I don't know if there's a better coach consistently in college football that's known for doing things the right way than Kyle Whittingham, who just stepped down at Utah.
What are his Midwest ties? If that means anything anymore, I don't know.
He doesn't have a ton of them. I'm not sure he's ever coached in the Midwest. To me, he's always coached out west. You need to make sure your staff you have enough guys on the staff that need help navigate you in new territory, which could be Michigan guys or just Midwest guys. I think you have to have quite a few of those guys if you come from outside the area. But he has a reputation of getting the most out of his teams. He doesn't have the recruiting power at Utah he would have at Michigan. And he won consistently at Utah. And he developed quarterbacks. If you take a look at over the years, what he's done with like Cam Rising, made him into a great quarterback.
Couldn't keep him healthy.
No, unfortunately couldn't keep him healthy. Right. But, I thought, and I think that he's a man that would operate beyond reproach. Like, I don't think you're going to see him get Utah. He's not going to get Utah anymore in any trouble, but he wasn't going to get you in any trouble. And I think that's got to be a factor for Michigan. There's been enough nonsense, right? Mm-hmm. Tyler Huntley, really good career there under Whittingham. They win in the trenches. Their defenses are always good. I don't know. I just feel like he's a steadying, mature, strong coach that wouldn't put up with a lot of BS. And I just ran that by somebody, and they agreed. And then I'm a Jeff Brom guy.
Yeah.
He's at Louisville. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he built and won the Big Ten West at Purdue, has gone to Louisville, and he's just won there. But he's a 8-9 wing guy.
And supposedly that contract's been sitting on his desk for an extension for a while, and he hasn't signed it. Is that correct?
Who? Brom? Actually, I don't know that. But at the end of the day, I concede DeBoer and Dillingham and why they are considered to be apparently the front runners. But I think Kyle Whittingham would be a great choice. Now, did he step down because he's running out of steam at the age of 66? It's a valid question.
Yeah. Look, for somebody who actually, for a few more days, is pretty much the same. No, he's a little younger than me, but and there are times where I run out of steam. But I think 66 is, not to be an ageist, I think that's a mistake. Unless it's only like all right, you're gonna be here for 3 years and that's it.
Well, yeah, I'm not asking him.
Bridge.
I'm talking about him basically coming in and being a good coach, above average, like a very good coach, who's a steadying influence and will do things the right way.
Look, I know it's a different era, but do you want to recruit? You're recruiting kids who sit there and say, well, we don't know when our coach is going to retire. That's the problem. Now
everything's a 1-year contract anymore, Stoney.
I know. That's what I said. I know it's a different era.
So it might hurt you a little bit in terms of the kids you're recruiting out of high school, but in this day and age, that's been de-emphasized.
Where does Jed Fish fit into all this?
It could be a candidate. I mean, I don't want to put too much stock in certain things that are out there necessarily, but I think Jed Fish is a very good coach. So, but at this point, those would be the 4 that I would be focused on. They haven't asked my opinion, nor should they. They should talk to qualified people.
Is there a wild card out there? Like somebody posted like a picture of Tony Elliott at Virginia.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is if Lincoln Riley, who has a very good recruiting class, wants out of SC. I was surprised when we were out there how much grumbling there was about Lincoln Riley.
Well, because he hasn't, been to the playoff yet, right? That's
why. But they're
3. He's been there 3 years?
Yeah, they're pretty damn good. And it's only been 1 year of a 12-team playoff.
Right.
He basically missed out on that 1 year. And now, obviously, this year. But,
right.
But I was out there mid-season. Anyway.
The quarterback did sign a contract to resign. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw a lot of people getting worked up about players.
I thought it was odd.
The players are now signing with their schools that they're at to stay there. And I can't believe that this bothers people. To me, it's like there's so much more important things to worry about than a player having a letter of intent signing to stay with where they are. It really doesn't do any harm, does it? Does it do any harm?
No.
Then why do people get worked up about silly stuff like that?
Because it's weird.
Is it? Because we've come to accept that players sign a letter of intent, which was never normal. I mean, you in your area, in your era, I should say, do you remember in the 70s and 80s players holding televised letter of intent signings?
No.
And we do it now. It's become our new normal, and it's harmless.
I know.
I mean, my kid wouldn't do it if they were ever recruited for anything. I don't particularly like them. However,
but if your kid wanted to do it, you wouldn't say no.
If your kid wanted to do it, I guess I wouldn't say no. But
I just find it. I've never heard.
It's harmless.
Granted, that's why I just said it's weird. I never saw till yesterday anybody re-signing with the team that they already were with in college.
Yep. And they want to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Well, that's exactly it. If you don't lose sleep over it, don't let it bug you.
Yeah, but nitpicking on things like that is what keeps me going.
I was about to say it's kind of in your wheel.
By the way, congratulations to the New York Knicks. According to Shams, they will not be hanging up an NBA Cup banner, unlike the Lakers and the Bucks.
You think that's a good choice?
Yes, I do.
There you go. 248-539-9797. More of your phone calls and feedback coming up. It is Karsch and Anderson on 97.1.